Hey guys, how's it going? So, I wanted to do a review, first impressions of a new grail knife that I got. So, I don't know how you guys collect knives. I have a spreadsheet. I know that's funny, huh? That's what happens when you want too many knives. So, I have to prioritize things. So, I make a list of every company's name of any knife that I want, and then I list knives underneath them, and they're kind of in priority order. And some are marked, grail, okay? And grail means different things to different people. Somebody that they might want a really fancy, ornate, expensive $3,000 knife, that might be their grail. My grails are not so expensive. They're more of things that I've always wanted for years, maybe when I was a kid. They don't have to be overly fancy, they don't have to be overly expensive, just things that are unique, hard to find, and things that I've wanted for a long time. So one of them was this Benchmade Balisong. Well, it's actually a Pacific Cutlery Court before they were Benchmade. So this was in another video that I did. This was something that I've wanted. This was made in the 80s. This is something that I've wanted since I was a kid. And I finally got my hands on one. And this thing is almost mint. For as old as it is, I can't believe how good of condition it is. So anyhow, another knife that has been on my list forever has been a Microtech Socom Elite Mini. I wasn't able to find one for the longest time. Sometimes they'll come up on the forums and I'm just not quick enough to snatch them up, or I don't have the cash on me at the time. I actually found one at a gun show that was a user. Was pretty well beat up, but it was for a good price, but I didn't have the cash on me. So anyhow, so it's on my list, and several of my customers know things that I'm looking for, and I had one of my YouTube subscribers email me and say, hey, there's one up on eBay, go check it out. So I went and checked it out, impulse buy, I own it now, which is cool. I did buy at one point or another a regular Socom Elite. I think the 2013 model I had there for a while. I actually don't even know if I did a video of it. I liked it, but there's some things I didn't like, and we'll go over that as I show you this one. So this one I got on eBay, and the cool part is I got this knife in, and it was in better condition than I thought it was going to be in. And I thanked the eBayer that was selling it. I said, hey, thank you for the knife. Was in better shape than I thought, and this and that. And she replied back, and I can't believe this. She replied back and said that, well, I'm glad it went to a good home. It was my husband's that just passed away last month, and she's selling off his knife collection. Wow. That was really cool. So I have a knife that the guy bought it original, barely carried it, put it in his safe, and his wife was selling it after he had passed away, probably to recuperate, funds for whatever she might need. So I feel really honored that I got it. Probably something I will never get rid of, and probably for that fact, not only that I really wanted it, but that it's got some sentimental value, knowing what I had to do to, somebody passed away for me to get this knife. I mean, that's absurd. So I'm really proud to own it, and we'll treat it with great care. So anyhow, so this is one of the older Microtech boxes, and I got the original paperwork, the warranty information that came with it, in mint condition. Not all, sometimes that stuff can get old and deteriorated. Like the box on this is a little worn, stained. This one's in mint condition. Came with the sheath, which I did not think it was coming with a sheath, so I was stoked when I found that out, and I got it. Came with the with a lanyard rope. Put that off to the side. That brightness is going to screw up the... So here it is. and I'm in my garage, and I think the garbage guy. So if you hear some noise in the background, I apologize. So it's full black model. It has this rubber textured, grippy, which is almost in perfect condition. There's a couple of little, you know, maybe you can tell where you've been holding it or whatever, and that might be for me because it hasn't left my hand. The pocket clip on the back, it's got some minor little scuffs on it, maybe from carrying, but man, barely anything. Great shape. There's the blade. Almost perfect condition. I hope this is going to focus. It's got a mirror polish edge on it, so that was one of my things I had asked, you know, hey, did you put this on a wicked edge? And, you know, that was when she told me about this scenario. Okay, now I'm getting... Hey guys, sorry about that. It was a UPS person stopping by. I had to stop the video. So anyhow, yeah, it has a mirror edge on there. The born date is 7/98, 154 cm steel. Blade length is 3.25. Overall length is 7.25. Like I said, I had a newer model. I think it was a 2013 Socom Elite with the carbon fiber inlays, and it was a nice knife. A couple problems I had with it. The overall size was just a little bit too big for what I like. The screws on there, you know, needed a special tool, so you couldn't take it apart. That kind of was irritating. And then also the detent on it was so strong. I mean, it rocketed out when you got past the detent, but also really hurt your thumb just trying to use it. This detent is way lighter, maybe a little bit too light, but I don't really plan on bashing it too many times. I would, this knife I think I'd rather open slowly. So really nice knife. Not, like I said, not overly fancy, but in great condition. It's a knife I've always wanted to own. I finally got one. Microtech's quality is just outstanding. Their prices are a little high, but you're getting great craftsmanship, you know, great quality, no complaints. So, like I said, I have that stupid spreadsheet of knives I collect, and Microtech I have three categories, you know, a folder, an automatic, and a balisong. So I haven't done videos on these other two knives that I'm going to show you right now, and I've planned on it. I just never got around to it. So this is my second Microtech. Comes in a pretty complicated sheath, but it is a UTX 70, UTX 80, UTX 70. Comes with them funky screws, but it's a little auto. I've had this thing forever. I think I've had it since right after it was made. This is S35 VN steel. Yeah, UTX 70. Had this since they first came in stock. The last batch that they ran, I should say. Really nice little auto. Can't carry it here, unfortunately. And I used to live in Pennsylvania, where autos you were allowed to have them if you were a collector, which means you had to own more than 4, which wasn't hard to do. So the third one, and I just got this Microtech bag. Man, I had to go through a lot. I've been waiting for this for like 4 months. Yeah, stupid. But this is what they do now. They don't give you a sheet, they give you this cheap bag, which I guess is okay, but I don't know. I don't really like it. Anyhow, so then I have a Microtech Dragonfly. Just got this not that long ago. Again, these are no longer made. Most of their balisongs now are titanium handles. These are not. These are aluminum. And the blade steel on there is 14.4 CR MOV, so not as good blade steel either. This is a cheaper knife. Serial numbers 257, I believe, and this was made in 2002. So they don't make these anymore. So this is discontinued. Can't get these anymore. So I had to snag it up, and this is in great shape as well. It does have a little bit of tip damage from whoever owned it before me dropping it. But as soon as I put this on the wicked edge, I can get rid of that. So, you know, for my category of Microtech, I've got my categories covered now. I've got a small folder, I've got a flipper, and this is a smaller one. Their tachyons are larger than this. So this is probably, I think, the smallest ballast song they make. You know, I like small knives. So that's why I really wanted it, because it's shorter. And then I have a little auto. So I have my 3 categories covered now from this maker, and there's really nothing else from Microtech on my list at the moment. Although I tell you what, if I were to find another one of these, like a beater, a user, kind of like the one I seen at the gun show, I would definitely buy a second one. This is such a nice knife. I love it. You know, great blade shape, especially for, you know, 98. You know, they were doing innovative things a long time ago. Good detent. I just love that knife. So, wait a minute. Jim just left me a message. He's touching himself? What? Jim. Oh, God. Anyhow, hope you guys liked the video. There's not a lot of videos on these minis because there's not a lot of them out there. And if any of you've got a user beater that you want to sell, you know, let me know. I'd consider it. And I'm going to do review videos on these other 2 at some point or another, just not right this minute. And thanks for watching. And if you guys want to see a funny video, and if you've made it this far through this video, check out my what's your favorite flipper video. It doesn't have a ton of views, but everybody that's watching it is rolling. So it's meant as a joke. So you got to watch the whole thing. It's kind of just a little comedy. You know, the heat got to me the other day, and I just had to do it. So thanks a lot, guys. And I know there was more I wanted to tell you, but I forgot. I don't write this shit down, and I will see you later.